So let's have a look at these papers in a bit more detail. Petri, where do you want to start?
Well, that's an imposing picture, isn't it, on the front page of the Sunday Herald there. Alex Salmond, the man who will not go away, who will not leave politics. Yeah, he's going to be standing, he wants to be an MP now. He's standing in Gordon.
Well, to return
Aberdeenshire. Returning to be an MP. It's really interesting, this, isn't it, that he was never going to go quietly. We knew that when he stepped down. But we were talking about it before. It'd be interesting, won't it, to see how much power as a Scottish MP he may have in the future, because, of course, England, or the government, has just handed over a load of devolution powers to Scotland. They can set their own tax, they can do all these things themselves, but we want the same. So will he actually have any real power as a Scottish MP in They show him in Westminster. Really? How often will he be down here?
Tim, what do you make of this? Because actually, despite all these powers that are being handed over, the SNP still maintain that actually 77% of legislation still comes from London, from Westminster, and or Europe through them. What do you make of this?
Well, I find it extraordinary they're still riding high politically. This is the first election I've known where the losers have won, where they seem to be getting this extraordinary political bounce out of it. I'm actually going to Glasgow tomorrow, so I'm taking an enormous risk in saying this, but I hate the way in which we're all supposed to pretend to be amused by Salmond and his avuncular style. I actually find him pretty hateful. And this photo, this extraordinary photo of his dark face looking over Parliament as though he's about to, I don't know, either conquer it or eat it.
That's a very strong adjective to use about it. I mean, he is a hateful person.
I think he's quite hateful, but I wondered if this photo was in fact his Christmas card. Because he's waging a vendetta against my country. He's waging a vendetta against the Union and everything that I believe in and passionately love. And so I loathe the fact that we're always supposed to think, oh good, he's coming back into our national life. He's going to be back in Westminster and we'll have Alex on all the chat shows again. I don't feel that way. My feeling is he lost that election and he should shrink away and give up.
So what is it then about his ability, rather like Boris and other people like that, to cut through? I mean, he does have a huge personal following, doesn't he?
In Scotland.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Scotland. Not here. I don't think.
Obviously not in the Stanley household.
But I mean, I get what Tim's saying. This is a man who made it very clear he didn't want to be part of Great Britain. He wants us to call ourselves English and to call him Scottish. He doesn't want it to be us. He doesn't want it to be a union. And I just wonder why he's doing this. What does he want? What does he want to affect? Because really, I really do hope that the Scottish MPs do have to step aside when it comes to England-only issues, because I don't want him to make decisions about England when he's already decided what he thinks of us.
Yeah, also the reason why he's doing this is because he's going to reverse a promise he made during the election, which was this was a one-generation thing. He said, once his votes happen, I won't raise it ever again.
No, he's already said he will.
I suspect that it's going to turn out to be a lie.
He's rode back on
and going into Parliament like this so he can maintain his own personal high profile. One person who must be very angry right now is poor old Nicola Sturgeon, who we've just gained a female leader in political life. She's from the left. I think she has her own vision for Scottish nationalism. She must be cursing him right now because he's just stolen the limelight.
Exactly. Yeah, well, I know. But I wonder how much of this is a sort of vendetta against Labour as well, given all the animosity between the SNP and Labour, because actually the more SNP seats that are taken, there will be. He doesn't need to do this because Labour is not going to do well in Scotland at all. We know that already. We've already heard the conversations, we've already seen what people are going to do, and they are not going to vote Labour anyway. This is about him. Yeah. This is about personal power. This is about wanting to be the big man, I think. Okay, and not really, not well. He's made it absolutely clear. Where he says, poor Alex Salmond, I feel myself saying, we haven't given him any sort of right to reply on that.